All right, guys, Gill and Gill here. We're looking at another article. This is an idea, guys. This is an idea. It's on the financial side. Oh my gosh, this is a nutty idea. But there are people, and so-called educated people, PhDs, big national leading economists that are talking about this idea. So that should have us all concerned that these people actually think this is a good idea. All right, am I hiding how I think on this? Not very well, huh?
Yeah.
All right, here it is. A $1 trillion platinum coin could save the U.S. from economic catastrophe in less than a month. It would be fast, legal, and no bigger than a regular coin. All right, so here's the gist. There's a law that says the U.S. Treasury Department can issue a coin of any denomination if it's platinum. Any denomination. And with the debt talk coming on, what a number of people are starting to write about is just have the Treasury Department mint a single coin, platinum coin, worth $1 trillion. Deposit that in the Federal Reserve Bank, so that to get around the debt.
That can't be real.
But it is real. I've seen this on a number of sources. Otherwise, I would think it was some joke. And I've actually heard a PhD from Harvard speak on this. So it would be a really weird
What
joke.
do they think is going to happen?
So here's what they're thinking is going to happen. The debt limit is coming up, and if you deposit this, now you have more money, and now you can pay the debts, and it undercuts.
So it's the same thing as printing money. We're raising the debt ceiling. It's like the same thing.
Same thing. It is.
They're minting money
It
now.
is.
So that's their key. We're not printing money. We're minting money.
But the effect.
I know what you used
But the idea is
it's so dumb. They think it's like some new magical idea.
The idea is that it will get around the Republican Congress's move to try to get some controls on the spending. That's the idea. That is the idea. And they think they're so dang smart. Sometimes they're so stupid. And that's really what this article is talking about.
I thought inflation was bad now.
Exactly. You just add $1 trillion to the money supply. What is inflation? Oh my gosh! I was listening to a podcast just on our way to the conference here, and this guy's he articulated it so clearly. It used to be that everybody knew this, but it seems like people forget this. Inflation is not the rising of prices; it's the rising of money supply.
Yeah, the increase in money supply.
Increase in money supply, and the effect of that is the increase in prices because there's more money to buy the same amount of goods. Therefore, it's going to take more of that money to buy the goods, but it's increasing the money supply. So adding $1 trillion, I mean, what is the current money supply? If you talk just actual physical cash, I think it's less than $2 trillion. Now you would, that's a huge increase. But if you look at all the bank accounts, I think it's $8 trillion. That's a huge percentage. With a single coin, boom, you're going to add that. What is that going to do to inflation? Oh my gosh, it will run away. And then they'll only have one more thing to do: print another coin.
Yeah, why stop at one, right?
If you guys, you know the government. You guys know these government yahoos. If they print one, they will print two. I can just guarantee you, it will happen. I remember AOC a few years ago. The conservatives say we can't afford this, and they need to get off that. All we need to do is print more money. This is what our congresswoman said. Well, it's New York's congresswoman. All right, so the government could run out of money to pay its debts as soon as June 1st. Congress has enacted one potential solution: minting $1 trillion platinum coin to pay off debts and avert disaster. And it talks about the challenges why it might not happen, but it gets into the positive aspects. And enter the coin. Some economists say that it's time for a break the glass option, the $1 trillion coin. Hey, why not $5 trillion?
Why not just the whole briefcase? Like, why are we stopping? Why not just $100 trillion?
Why not? I was going to say 32. Why not a 32 trillion? Why not a $32 trillion and pay off all the debt? And now we're debt free because we got a coin. But that's how ridiculous it is. I mean, if that's what you're going to do, just do it. Make a big 30-something trillion dollar coin. And now you've got a big bank account and just write and pay off all the securities and everything. We all look at that. Is that stupid? Well, it is stupid, but that's what they're basically saying. We're going to pay the bills. We're just going to make more money. All right. So it says here at this point, if any other solution If there are any other solutions that would work, they would have been used by now.
That's dumb logic. If there were a better option, we would have done it. Therefore, this must be the best option.
Therefore, we're going to commit suicide. Which is what this is.
Yeah, you thought things were bad now. You wait.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, and then they got this conservative guy, Brian Reidel. He's with the Manhattan Institute, and he's explaining some of the challenges. There's hurdles to this, okay? But that doesn't mean these guys aren't proposing it. And it's just, he's saying it's a messaging symbol. But the fact that you've got so many people proposing this that are leading economists, should have us a little concerned.
Yeah, moral.
And our money is based on the faith and trust in the United States government. Things like this reduce that trust.
Well, and you already have BRICS, and you got people moving away from the U.S. dollar. You start doing things like this, that's going to encourage
my gosh.
them. You know, they're going to say, look, we can't trust the U.S. dollar.
Did you mention BRICS? Did you mention BRICS?
Like the stuff you build your house with?
No.
Yeah.
Brazil, India, Russia,
and
China, South Africa.
That's how that's
And so I read an article. Guys, this is a bonus. This is a bonus. We weren't going to talk about this. I read an article within the last week that right now there are over 30 countries negotiating at different levels to try to join the BRICS bloc.
We're losing our status as a reserve currency, you know?
Yeah. And we've actually had videos on this, so I don't know if we're going to.
And that status is what allows us to be this irresponsible to begin with. And then they start doing stuff like this.
Yeah, because everyone wants American dollars, therefore it's supply and demand, right? If the demand is so high, because that's how you do international trade, the demand is high for American dollars, its value goes up. That's economics 101, day one, supply and demand. Everybody wants our dollar, therefore it's worth more, right? Yep. If it's no longer the exchange currency, then almost nobody wants it, right? Now demand drops for the same amount of supply, okay? Then the value of that supply plummets like a rock in the water.
And we put ourselves in a position where it's hard to fight that, because it's not like what are we exporting? You know, we're not exporting nearly as much as we used to, so it's harder to force countries to use the U.S. dollar. You know, let's go somewhere else again.
All right, so guys, we just wanted to share some of these articles with you. There's a lot happening, and we're reading a lot. And every so often, something just yanks our chains. Like, oh my gosh, is this a new level of insanity or a new level of information? And so we want to share these type of things with you. So that's what this is about. These last couple of articles, a lot happening, and the nutty people are becoming normalized. They're still nutty,
and the normal people are being treated as nuts.
As nuts, and the world is upside down. And so anyway, guys, we're here to share that with you. Please subscribe, share with a friend. We need you on Patreon. All right, we love y'all. We want to see you on Patreon. Send us encouraging comments down below. We need to hear from you. Share with a friend or two or five. All right, stay safe and stay prepared.